Welcome to H&S Photography. Today we'll be having a look at the application Holo-Paint on the iPad, and we'll get into it, take some photos, show you guys how it works. Let's quickly give you guys a quick run through of what the application can do, what it contains, and then let's get on and take some photos.
Here, firstly, you get your text option. Now what the text do is you write in, I've just put H&S as our logo, just to keep it simple. You can put whatever in there and it can go quite lengthy. Secondly is we've got the depth. Now if I move the depth and show you guys this, you'll see the depth is how 3D your image is or your text is. I normally put mine on about 39 or 40% to give it that nice 3D look. Underneath it we've got angle, so if I move angle you'll see what it does there to your text. Then we've got frames per second. The faster they are the better, because what they do is if you move your iPad from here to here, the faster the frames per second, the faster you can move your iPad, the accurate your photo is. Otherwise you've got to hold it there, move it really slowly. Next we've got color. They do give a nice range of colors for yourself to use. I'm just going to go with white just to be simple today. Next we've got the font. They do give you a number of fonts to choose from. I'll just go through a few. You can experiment with that. Today I'm also just going to go with the old-fashioned Helvetica. Underneath that we've got smoothness. Now smoothness shows you how rough the edges of your text will be within the photo. So the higher the smoother, the better your photo, the text will look in your photo. But you've got to remember, if you turn your smoothness to a higher percentage, your seconds increase, your shutter speed seconds increase. So I normally put my smoothness just to about 100, just to make it look good. Now what the height does is I'll adjust that. You can see what the height does, it actually measures your text on the screen. So the higher your height, the more it uses your screen here. The lower your height, it uses it here. I'll quickly show you guys an example. So I'll put it on about 50% height, and I'll quickly show you guys how much it uses. It doesn't use that much. And then I'll quickly show you guys on full height, and look, you'll see now it uses the whole screen. Then we've got for repeats. If you're doing stop motion photography, then your text will repeat itself. If you put it on, say for example 12 repeat, then your text will repeat itself 12 times, and then the repeat delay. I don't really worry about that. Your countdown time is quite important. This is on the next slide, as we can see here. Your countdown time allows you to sync this with your camera. If your camera is on self timer, you press the button. Normally self timer on a camera is about 10 seconds, so it gives you 10 seconds from your camera and here to move to your position in where you're going to move your iPad. So let's move that to about 9 seconds. I'll show you guys my camera, the setup of my camera. Just move my chair up here. I'll show you guys the setup of my camera. Tripod is crucial for this. I'm using a Canon DSLR camera, 450D, very good camera, standard lens, 18 to 55 lens. So in order to have the right settings on here, you would take the application Halo, and you'll see it's asking you and telling you that you'll need 11.2 second shutter speed. I'll move my shutter speed till about 13, as you can see there. Just try and position it. Yeah, there we go. I'll move it to about 13 seconds. What you need to do is you need to measure out the distance of where you can move your iPad from, where you can start it. So here we see, I can start about here to here. So I've got a lot of diversity. I've got a lot of space that I can use here. So you move back to your camera, you focus on the wall or where you're going to stand from, and after you're focused, do remember to switch your camera to manual focus. That means that when I switch the lights off now, the camera won't go all funny. So let's switch all the lights off in the room. I'll switch my camera to, yeah, there we go, so that you guys can still see me. And then let's actually get in and take some photos. So as soon as you touch that, your countdown will begin. So I'm using a small remote on my camera, and as soon as I press that, it gives me 10 seconds to move into position. So my thumb is on there, on the text now, thumb's on the remote, and let go. So it gives me 10 seconds to move into position at the moment, to get ready to move. So I'll stand here, you'll hear the beep go, and now you just have to move slowly, move the camera. And as we can see here, what I'll actually do is I'll quickly use the camera connection kit for the iPad. I'll plug it into my iPad and I'll get my SD card from my camera just here, and I'll quickly download it, show you guys the image we've just got. So I'll just keep making my way down all the images. Now I have to stress that the camera connection kit is a lovely device to buy for your iPad, especially if you're a photographer. Let me just select our image here, go up to import selected. Now the image should be quite quick to load up, and there we see it's loaded. It's asking you if you want to keep the image or delete it. I'll say keep. I'll plug it out, and then I'll show you guys how our image came out. So quite lovely, quite a good image, 3D. You can see HNS. Experiment right with the application, experiment with it, use different settings, see what fits you. Please leave your comments on our blog to see. We'll try our best to answer questions. Thanks for viewing. Hope it works.